Come on in, family. Come on in. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Actually, inspired to share. I said, let me jump on. Just thinking, always talking about spirituality, spiritual path, spiritual practice. And I was thinking, man, at one point in time, I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant. So I was thinking, possibly a lot of other people out here who have no idea what that means. A lot of people. And coincidentally, I've been thinking about making this video actually for a couple of days, maybe about a week or so. And coincidentally, a couple of days ago, one of the members of the Facebook group actually posted a question saying, how do you begin? How do you start a spiritual practice? How? And I was thinking, here we go. This is my sign from the universe to share. So that inspired me to go through with this video, fam. So let's give a few more people the opportunity to come into the chat. Let's give them a few minutes to come in and join us. Yeah, I just typed in a question. Can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear, fam, before I get in on this video? The subject today, we're going to talk about not only how do you start a spiritual path. I don't want to begin there, not how do you begin a spiritual path. I decided to start with what is a spiritual path? What is it? Do you have any idea of what it is? You see, sometimes when we speak of the spiritual path, some people may think that we're talking about religion. And I'm not speaking about religion, family. Now, that may be part of your individual spiritual path, and that's fine. That's perfectly okay. I'm not here to pass judgment or to say what's right or what's wrong. I'm just here to share with you my perception, my understanding. Because the spiritual path is very personal, family. It may be something totally different for you than it is for someone else. So what do I like to go into first of all? First of all, instead of talking about how do we start a spiritual path, let's talk about what is it? What the heck is a spiritual path? What is it? And then not only what is it, because I also like to talk about why. Why be bothered with the spiritual path, with the spiritual journey? Why even have that? What's the reason behind it? So why? So we have what, we have why, and then I'll get to the answer of the original question, the how to. How to start a spiritual practice. Now, first of all, let's jump right in. I like to begin by saying that a spiritual journey, spiritual path, you may hear people speak of it, as I said before, differently, because it is personal, family. Very personal. You can do a Google search and look it up. You'll get different definitions, but they're all around the same idea, with it being a personal A personal type of practice, personal type of activity, a personal journey. You see, now when I say journey, don't think that you have to leave out of the comfort of your home, that you have to go into some type of temple, some type of church, some type of synagogue or whatever. None of that is required. You see, it doesn't require any type of pilgrimage, if you would. It's not a pilgrimage. It doesn't take some long journey, or you don't have to go across the country or into another country. You can begin this practice right at home, family. Right at home, right in your own backyard. You see, because the spiritual journey is simply a way to find out, who we really are. Who we really are. Not only who we really are, and when I say who we really are, family, I'm talking about more than our flesh, more than the skin and bones, because oftentimes I mention that we are more than what we see. We're more than this vessel. This vessel is simply our space suit. I call it a space suit, a carbon suit. Without this space suit, we could not dwell on this earthly hemisphere. We couldn't survive. So we need this special suit. This special suit has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, helps us to survive and to be able to actually thrive in this environment, you see, because we are actually multidimensional. We're multidimensional beings, family. And we're simply here just passing through in the moment. That's it. Passing through in the moment, family. Multidimensional spiritual beings. Celestial beings. Actually trapped inside of these suits. We're trapped in these suits. Yeah, we really are in prison, believe it or not. We'll talk about that in more detail later. But remember, family, when we first came into this world, into this existence, they gave us a name. We were given a name. We didn't choose our name. We were giving a complete identity. Yeah, upon birth. They gave us a name and they gave us a series of numbers. Oh, we all have a unique series of numbers, a social security number, a name that was given to us that we didn't even get a chance to choose. We were given an identity before we even realized that we were in existence. So is that who you really are? Are you that social security number? Are you? Are you that series of numbers? Are you that name that was given to you? Some of us have changed our names because we no longer identify with the names that were given to us. Names are very powerful, family. Are you your name? I'm certainly not my name. I'm not this flesh. You see, this is some of the things that have come about as I've been on my spiritual journey. Now, with that being said, family, believe it or not, everybody's on a spiritual journey. Yep, you are as well. Even if you didn't realize it, you're on a spiritual journey. You best believe it. Now, some of us are on this spiritual journey not so consciously. So we can take a conscious approach to the spiritual journey. Now, that's what it means to be on a spiritual path. To be on this path with consciousness. meaning that you wake up every single day knowing what your purpose is. You have a purpose, a life purpose, family. You see, because on the spiritual journey, we begin to figure out what our challenges are. What are the challenges? What are the problems that we encounter? We also come about a time and space where we begin to want to know how come the world is not as peaceful as it should be. See, these are the questions that come about on the spiritual journey. What is the purpose of a spiritual journey? You see, they don't teach us this in school. Nothing about a spiritual journey. They tell us to grow up, go to school, get a good job, something like that. Go to college, get a degree, find a good job. Well, I did all of that, family. I went to school, went to college, got a good job, did all of that. And it's still, for me, there was a void. Something was still missing. I still had no purpose, family. You see, now a spiritual journey is rarely, notice the key word I said, rarely is a spiritual journey to find a direct answer. No, it's not to find an answer, no one specific answer, but rather this journey or this process, this path, this unique personal journey, it's simply a process, a lifetime journey. It never stops. It never stops. You go deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole, continually, constantly asking questions. Constantly asking questions. So yes, it's a pilgrimage. It's a journey, a long journey, but the journey is a journey that takes place inside of our being, not necessarily outside. It's an inside exposure. We look inside of ourselves deeper and deeper. You know, I like to make the analogy of you take an onion, right, family? And on the outside of the onion, you peel off that outer layer. And below that layer of the onion, there's another layer, right? You peel that layer off. That was another question answered. Each layer is another question answered. And also another question that is discovered. Here's another question. Here's another question. Slowly but surely, we continue to peel off these layers, and the life purpose starts making more and more sense. Are you familiar with the very common saying, know thyself? Know thyself. You see, now to me, know thyself is the biggest secret there is. That is the biggest secret, to know thyself. They said there are no secrets. Well, if you don't know to know thyself, you don't know the secret of life. Because a lot of people, they just come in like generation after generation. They come and they go, they just fall into society. Go to work, come home, go to sleep, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Oh, come on, family. Life is not meant to be living in that fashion. That's the life that society has made for you. But we don't have to go along with that, you see, because we can be in the world, meaning we're in society, meaning that we are under the same operating system, right? But we can create our own program. Right. The world has created an operating system. We can't change that. The operating system here in America is capitalism. I can't change that. I won't even try. It's a waste of my time. but I can create my own world inside of that. I can create my own program, and that's what I've done. That's what the spiritual journey is. For me, the spiritual journey is being in the world, but not of the world. Creating your own, not changing the operating system. No, 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 no. But creating your own program that works inside of the operating system. In the world, but not of the world. You follow me, fam? Are you picking up where we're going with this? Welcome to the chat, fam. Welcome. Come on in. We're talking here. We're discussing a question that was asked in regards to how do you start a spiritual path? What is a spiritual path? What is a spiritual journey? And like always, I simply share things that have worked for me. It may not work for you, but hopefully someone, and I know someone is surely going to pick up something that helps them along their journey, along their path. Now, where do you start? Where do you start on this journey? Where? Now, as I said before, we are more than the skin and flesh that we have here. We're more than the names and the social security numbers that were given to us. We're more than our egos or our self-identity that we identify with on a daily basis. We're much more than that, family. We're much more than any race. We're much more than any political idea. We're much more than a Republican or a Democrat or whatever it is, those classifications. We're much more than an American or a Canadian or whatever it is, whatever country, whatever border or boundary that they put up. We're more than that. We're more than separation, family. These are things that you start to find out along the journey. Now, where do we begin? Where? Where do we begin on our journey? And how do we begin? So I always recommend that we start small. Start small. Start in your own backyard, fam. Now we're on supposedly lockdown right now, right? Isolation. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. Absolutely. Everything is perfect right now. It may not seem to be perfect, but everything is perfect. Everything is perfect because on this journey, this self journey, we need silence. We need silence. That's one of the first things. Silence. So silent yourself. Go take a walk, family. Go take a walk. And if you can, please take off that damn mask. If you're outside walking around the neighborhood, do you need to have on a mask? I don't need one. If you feel like you need to have your mask on, please wear your mask, but do yourself a favor and leave your cell phone at home. Don't take any electronics with you. No headphones, no music, no influences other than nature. Only nature. Listen to the birds. Listen to the trees. Listen to the wind. Look at the butterflies. Just walk. Just walk. Don't listen to any music. Listen to your feet as they touch the ground. Listen to your heartbeat. Pay attention to your thoughts. No cell phones, no music, no friends and family, just you. Isolate yourself. Take a walk. If you can't take a walk, if you're not allowed to walk, if you don't have the space to walk, go out into your yard, family. Go in the backyard. I like to garden. I like to farm. That's something I like to do. I like to stick my hands in the dirt. I like to take off my shoes and feel the soil beneath my feet. You see, because nature is majestic. Just being in nature alone will help you along your journey, family. It'll start answering questions for you. It'll start bringing up answers to questions that you did not even know existed. Silence yourself. First step. Maybe you like to paint or draw, make music. Whatever it is, find your special thing that you like to do. Maybe you're a meditator. You like to meditate. Whatever it is, go ahead and implement that. Remember, we're taking the spiritual journey. Be committed to that. Commit yourself. Daily routine. Daily routine, family. Every day. I always say all the time, meaning that we should always be mindful. We should always be in a meditative state, meditative flow, clear mind, clear consciousness. Here's another simple practice we can do. Practice being kind, family. Practice being kind to your neighbor. Say hello, a simple hello. Yeah, something as simple as that. Remember, I said start small. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. I love me some Lester. I love you as well because I know that you and I are the same. We are reflections, family. Yes, we are. You have to decide what you want, family. You want to be healthy. You want to have a strong spirituality. You have to decide on that. You have to commit to that. Learn to be more of a type of being that observes. Don't be so analytical. Don't use the analytical mind. Be the observer. Just observe and listen. That's it. Simple. Just observe. Everything does not require an answer. We're talking about spiritual practice. Things that we can do to declutter our mind, get rid of all the excessive baggage, the excessive thoughts. Also, here's something you can do. You know, most of us, myself included, we like to hoard. We like to hold on to things that we don't need. We have an abundance of things. We accumulate so much. It's time to declutter, family. Not only declutter things that are mental to us, thoughts, but declutter our physical space as well. Get rid of some of that stuff. Go make some donations, family. Make some donations. Get rid of all the excessive clutter. You see, when you start to declutter, you'll notice that you make more space for other things that serve you to enter into your space. But if your space is filled, if your cup is full, there's no space for anything else to come in, family. You're occupying space with things that don't serve you. Declutter that. Declutter your physical space. Declutter your mind. Take time every day to sit in silence, to be in solitude. Be thankful for it. Be thankful for the time that you can have to go on this self journey, to look inside, to explore yourself. Allow those thoughts to come and allow them to pass. Allow them to go. Declutter. No judgment. Don't judge the thoughts. Don't be analytical. Just slowly watch your mind. Slowly watch your mind. This is a form of meditation, family. Just watching. Just watching. You see, this is the spirit. This is the spirit. The watcher. The watcher. The observer. Not the analytical mind. You see, the analytical mind is getting into something completely different. The analytics is dealing with the me, the my, the I. No, no, no. Let that go for now. Just observe. Just observe. That's it. Let everything else go. The meditation allows you to relax into what is called truly being present. The meditation allows you to go into a space where you are truly present. Remember, we're only here for a moment. We're only here for a moment. We are consciousness. We are consciousness passing through for the moment, family. Now, once you start doing this, you're going to start noticing, family, that there's really only love that exists. Only love. Fear is not real. Fear is false. That's the F. False. Evidence is the E. Appearing real. False evidence appearing real. That's it. That's the fear. We let that go. See, this is part of the journey. This is part of the spiritual path, the spiritual journey, the spiritual practice. But we have to have silence. Now, once you begin to get into the silence and you're not sitting there using your analytical mind, not thinking, trying to figure things out, now you begin to tap into who you really are. See, the true you, the true me, the spiritual being that is taking the journey, that is having the human experience, that spiritual being likes to tap into our innate abilities. Innate meaning the abilities that we were born with. What about our intuition? Yeah, women are highly intuitive. Women are highly intuitive. But that doesn't mean that men don't have intuitive abilities as well. We all have intuitive abilities. See, our intuition, this is another form of spiritual guidance, family. Spiritual guidance. Once you tap into that spiritual guidance, family, you will begin to question everything. Everything. And you should. Yeah, Sifu says question everything. That's a lesson that he gave me that I never regret. He said, son, my teacher, Sifu, we call teachers Sifu. He says, question everything, including your very own traditions. Yes, that's right. We should question our own traditions as well. Are you afraid to question your traditions? They were just given to you. They just gave them to you. Someone gave you those traditions and told you, here, take these. This is what it means. This is it. Take it and go with it. But you never question it. You never did your own research. Sifu told me to question everything. He told me don't believe anything that he says. And I was like, wow, don't believe anything that you say, Sifu? No, don't believe me. It's not about believing, family. Look at the word believe. B-E-L-I-E-F. See, believe comes from belief, a belief system. I like to play with words. And when I look at the word belief, I see B, B-E, and I see lie, be-lie. Ah, no, This is about knowing. This is about knowing, not about believing. The only way to know is to experience. We can't know by reading a book. We can't know by taking information that was given to us. This is the spiritual journey, family. You follow me? You see how we're going down the spiritual journey? We're already going. You follow me right now, family. We're on the journey right now, questioning everything. Be conscious. Be conscious and intentional about what you believe. Please, family, do yourself that favor. Be conscious and intentional about whatever you believe, no matter who told you. Oh, I love my parents. They told me a lot of things that I found out that weren't necessarily so, but they didn't mean any harm. They thought they were doing me a service and giving me good stuff. They did. I found out that it wasn't so good for me, family. It worked for them, but not for me. We're all unique, family. We're all unique, each and every one of us. Your spiritual journey is going to be different from mine. So we have to understand, family, understand the energy. And the energy is everything that we come in contact with. Everything is energy, first of all. We have to understand the energy that we're putting into the world, the entire world at large, is all about love. Because remember I said know thyself? Remember I said it's not about believing, it's about knowing. So in order to know thyself, we acquire knowledge. Knowledge is love. Write that down, family. Knowledge is love. Know thyself. Love thyself. You can't know yourself if you don't love yourself. You can't. You can't know yourself if you don't love yourself. It's simply impossible. It can't be done. Now, I'll tell you what. Very often, you see, these spiritual awakenings, the truth. We say we want the truth, but do we really want the truth? Do we really want the truth? You see, very often, the spiritual journey, the spiritual awakening, it requires letting go. Letting go of our beliefs. The first thing I tell people when you get on this journey, change the food that you're eating. Take a look at the food that you're eating. And people can think of 9,000 reasons not to change their food. But they're suffering from allergies, high blood pressure, diabetes, getting ready to have an heart attack real soon. But they don't want to take a look at the food that they're consuming. Come on, family. If you want change, you have to be the change. If you want change, you have to be the change. Question everything, including the food that you've been taught to eat. Take a close look at it. We're talking about awakening, finding our true self, not what's been given to us as our true self. First of all, you, and not just you, I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm pointing a finger at myself because we're reflections. I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, basically, family. We're all in this thing. So first of all, we have to realize that we've been asleep, family. We've been asleep. Spiritually. Walking around with coal in our eyes. On a spiritual journey, but damn near sleepwalking, family. Because we're doing it unconsciously. Now it's time to wake up. Now it's time to expand our mind. Now it's time to explore new ideas. Now it's time to look at different beliefs. It's time to start picking up different books. Here's one that I love to read right here. Go and pick it up, fam. The Master Within, a great book to read. A great book to read. Master Within. Start picking up some books. Here's another one I have here. Here's another one here. Lao Tzu, The Unknown Teachings of Lao Tzu. Go and pick it up, family. So you'll notice that you'll start reading different types of books, new ideas. You may start attending different lectures. You may start looking at videos such as this, having conversations with people who live different types of lives. We have to get out of our circle, family. We have to get out of our circle and start reaching out into different areas, finding people with like minds who are also on the journey. This is where you find your tribe. This is where you find your tribe, meaning like minds, your soul tribe. It may not be your family. You may lose a lot of friends. I lost a lot of friends on this journey. I lost a lot of family members on this journey. But I also created a whole new tribe. You see, because we are energy. We are energy, family. Yes, I found that out as well on my journey. And we also attract other beings. We attract other beings because we have a magnetic force field, a magnetic energy field. So you will attract like beings. That's your soul tribe, family. So declutter those other people. Get them out of your life. Move all those shadows out of your life. They're your reflections, but people who don't serve you, those are your shadows. Those are your shadows, you see, because you are the light and the shadows are behind you. Not meaning that you look down on them. No, don't look down on anybody, not even on yourself. Don't look down on anyone. They're perfect the way they are. Your shadows are there to teach you a lesson, and there'll always be more shadows. It never stops. As you continue to expand your mind, reading various books, attending lectures, having conversations with people like me and other people who are on similar journeys, all family. Now the awakening occurs. Oh, yeah. Yes, because now you're learning something new. You've quieted down the mind. You're open now. You're woken now. When you expand your mind and allow these new ideas and new beliefs to come in, now you begin to have new possibilities, family. New possibilities start to emerge now because now you created more space. You increased the opportunity to wake up to life experience. You have created the opportunity to wake up to life experience. Yeah, you have experiences that you never knew that existed. You never knew it, family. How could you know it when you were trapped into those old belief systems? You thought there was no more to life. Oh, yeah, now you're starting to see what's going on now because life has changed, you see. Family, go take a walk. Get outside. Start simple. You see, outside, go breathe that air. Go breathe that oxygen. Go inhale that fresh chi, that prana. It's so much inside of that air. Breathe it, family. You see, inside of that air, there's the energy, there's the spirit, there's the magic. So many of us spend so much time, we're just cooped up inside the house, family. We inside the house, sitting behind these daggone computer screens. That's it. You behind the computer screen at work all day. You come home, too much screen time, too much on your cell phone. Remember, I'm talking to myself too, family. This is me talking to myself as well. You see, being behind these computer screens and being disconnected from nature, that's the wrong way to go, family. You might want to write this down as well. We have to learn to nurture nature. We have to nurture nature because if we are not in tune with nature, that means we're an antagonistic force. That means we are against nature. Anything that's not with nature is against nature. I hope you realize that. Anything that's not in tune with nature, man, you become a virus to nature. You become a virus. You become a plague. You become COVID-19 to the earth. Yeah, you are the virus. I'm not talking about you specifically. I just mean that individuals who are killing 900 million animals per year, individuals who are cutting down all the trees, individuals who are polluting the oceans and the seas. You don't think that that's a virus? You don't think that you're seen as being a disease? Humans have become the disease. Yes, family. These are the things that start to come to your mind when you get on the spiritual journey, family. Take time, family. Take time to reconnect with nature. Go ahead, get back out there. Get some sunshine. That's where it's at. You know, the sun holds key, family. They tell us don't look at the sun. That's bullshit. I said it. Look at the sun. You should look at the sun. You should start doing some research on sun gazing, family. Do some research on sun gazing. Learn how to look at the sun. Learn when to look at the sun. There's benefits to looking at the sun. It activates the pineal gland. It activates the third eye. It activates the melanin in your skin. It activates the melanin inside of your brain. Oh, you didn't know it was melanin inside of your brain? Melanin comes in various forms. That's the word. We all have it. Some have more than others. Get in the sun and activate yourself, family. This is part of the spiritual journey as well. Sun gazing. Give yourself some quiet and some solitude. Go ahead, family. You may be surprised. I guarantee you, you will be surprised at what comes alive inside of you. You will awaken something that you didn't know existed. Guaranteed, family. Yeah, we're all on a spiritual journey, whether you realize it or not. Now, we can do it with consciousness. And here we are learning how being in solitude, in that meditative state, going out in nature, breathing fresh air, eating clean foods, drinking fresh water. Get away from the tap water, family. It's full of chemicals. Our body is over 70% water. And if you're drinking water that's full of chemicals, you're going the wrong way, family. Go buy some water. Go buy some water. Are you spiritually awoken, family? Huh? Are you spiritually awoken, family? Are you? How do you know if you are? How do you know if you're spiritually awoke? Hmm? How do you know? It's simple. It's very simple. An impulse. An impulse comes alive inside of you. Oh, you feel it. I feel it right now. I'm very awoke. Oh, yeah. You begin to slow down, family. You begin to simply slow down and you begin to reflect. You begin to look back and question everything. Then you'll know. Then you'll know. You see, you begin to clearly understand yourself, your behavior, things inside and outside of yourself become a lot more clear and present. You see, now, spirituality has nothing to do with religion. It can be part of religion, but it doesn't have to be. I'm not into religion. Now, the Buddhist teachings call this spiritual journey, they call it stopping, like stopping and seeing, stopping and seeing. Now, this journey, as I mentioned before, is unique. It's unique to all of us. So don't go around looking for some type of idealistic spiritual being. There is none. There is none. Just because you have on beads don't mean that you're spiritual, family. Just because you're wearing different types of crystals and gems and jewels doesn't mean that you're spiritual, family. It's more than a costume, family. It's the practice. Remember, these jewels has nothing to do with it, family. You have to know why you're wearing this stuff. The why. Remember, there's no ideal. It doesn't take a monk dressed in a robe to be spiritual. You don't have to have a special uniform. Get rid of those ideals. Those ideals are pictures that we make up in our mind, not necessarily reality. Remember, we want to get rid of the judgment. We want to get rid of that. We want to get into being the observer, not being analytical. Not being analytical. So, with that being said, what are some attributes that you may find common in a so-called spiritual person? Remember, I say we're all spiritual. Some people think that spirituality comes in certain forms. One very common thing that people say about a spiritual being is, oh, they're fearless warriors. Fearless warriors. Spiritual warriors. No fear. They say that these spiritual beings, they don't believe in speaking ill of other people. They're not perfect now. I didn't say they were perfect. No, no. But engaging in gossip and speaking ill, no, we got to work on that, family. We got to work on that. All of us got to work on that. Now, I would definitely say that one attribute of a spiritual being would be very loving, very kind. Very loving, very kind. Spiritual beings also believe that the soul, now there's some soulless beings out here. There's some soulless beings on this planet, family. Yes, all humans may not have a soul. That's another video that I embarked upon on my journey. But a spiritual being, oh man, they have a huge soul. Oftentimes they believe in meditation. Don't have to sit on a cushion. You can take a walk. You can play in the garden. You can paint. You can draw. Now, spiritual beings, they most certainly, I'm talking about people who say they're on a spiritual path, spiritual journey with consciousness. They know their purpose. They know their purpose. They wake up with purpose. Also, these beings, these people who are on this conscious spiritual journey, they are very sure to take care of their mental, and their physical health. If you're not taking care of your mental and physical health, you don't love yourself, family. If you don't love yourself, you don't know yourself. Remember, love is knowledge. Love is knowledge. So we have to get involved. If we're on a spiritual journey, we have to have spiritual activities. Spiritual activities, such as we should all be on a conscious spiritual journey. That's why we're here, family. On this earth. We're here to dwell this earth. Do I want to say looking for? Investigating? I'll just say experiencing this plane, not going to work, working a 8-hour job. No, we should be living a 24-hour spiritual journey, 24 hours a day. There's no other animal on the earth that works a job or pays for a house or pays for food. But humans are supposed to be so smart, so intelligent. Think about that. Question that. So we should have some spiritual activities, family. We're going to wrap it up in a second here. We should have spiritual activities taking place. The quietness, the stillness, the centering the meditation, the deep listening, all of those things I will consider being part of the spiritual practice, family. We need those things. We need the quietness. We need the isolation. Thank you. Thank you for putting us on lockdown. Perfect time for practice. Perfect time for practice. What about getting out? What about getting out and volunteering? Helping some people. That's kindness. Yeah. What about doing some yoga? Real yoga, not trying to see who can stretch the biggest. That's not spiritual. Yoga is deeper than that. What about doing some TaiChi? Taking a simple walk, a meditative walk. Remember, leave that cell phone at home. No headphones. So here's the practicality. Here's some practicality, family. You can start tonight. You can begin tonight with decluttering. Start decluttering, getting rid of some excessive stuff. Go load your car up with all the extra stuff. Get it out of the garage. Why are you saving it in the garage? Start decluttering your mind. Start learning how to do some simple meditation. Start tonight. Make room, family. Make room for new information to come in. Examine your belief system, family. Question your traditions. Question every damn thing. Everything. Be conscious of your intentional beliefs. Be very conscious. Expand your mind. Explore new ideas. Explore differing beliefs. Yeah, explore some of those beliefs that's different than your very own. Go outside. Take a walk tonight. Go out there. Remember, that energy in the air is very majestic out there. And most of all, family, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Have a good diet, family. Now remember, our diet, check this out. Our diet, listen closely, our diet, the things that we consume, is our entire environment. Our environment is what we consume. People think of consuming as just eating. No, it's deeper than that. We consume everything that we come in contact with. Everything that we see, we consume. Everything that we hear, we're consuming. Everything that we taste, we're consuming. Everything that we smell, we're consuming. Everything that we touch, we're consuming. Be very conscious of the things that you're consuming. Be very conscious of the people that you allow in your circle. Be very controlling, family. Hey, family, be very controlling. Yeah, I said it. I'm very controlling about my environment. I'm very controlling about people who I allow in my circle. I learned the hard way, family. I've learned the hard way. I keep my circle small. My inner circle, I keep it small. I control who gets within 15, 20 feet of me. And you should do the same thing. Don't allow people inside of your energetic space, family. Don't allow it. So we talked about what is a spiritual journey, spiritual practice. We talked about why would we want to have one? Why do we want to have that practice? What is it going to do for us? Well, it's going to help us develop our health physically, mentally. Also, we're going to be able to strengthen our soul and to find our life purpose. That is our why. Those are our whys. And we also talked about how to do those things. How do we do it? We realize that we're multidimensional beings. We realize that we're here inside of a holographic universe. Yeah, holographic universe. Yeah, do some investigation, family, because what's inside of us reflects on the outside. Remember, we're 70, 75, 78% water, family. Highly reflective. Highly reflective. We're light beings, family. Celestial beings. The only thing that make us any different from the angelic beings that are amongst us is our carbon suits. The 666. You know about the 666? I was always told the 666 was demonic, and that always bothered me. I was taught that, but I questioned that, and I found out that it's not what I thought it was. We all have a little bit of angelical and demonic tendencies inside of us, in our DNA, family. 6 carbon, 6 carbon, 6 hydrogen, 6 oxygen. I'll say it again. 6 carbon, 6 hydrogen, 6 oxygen. 666. That's what we have inside of us. That is the demon that I was told that 666 stands for. We all have a little bit of angelic and demonic attributes inside of us, in our genes, not in our pants pockets, not in our pockets, in our genes, our real genes, family, in our DNA. In our DNA. So, without further ado, we should wrap this up. I thought it would be a short video. Here we are, we're almost 1 hour into it. Now remember, at the very beginning, I said that I wasn't talking about religion. See, people oftentimes, especially my religious people, the minute that I say anything about spirituality, they think right away I'm talking about religion. Because most religious people that I know, I say it loud and proud, most of the religious people that I know, they have no idea about spirituality. They don't know anything about it. I'll tell you why. Because the religion that they study has separated them from their spirituality. Did that digest? Did you get that? The religion that the majority of people are studying, the way that they study it, the way that it's been taught to them, it separates them from their spirituality because it's based off of fear and not love. It's based off of punishment. It's based off of punishment. No, it has nothing to do with rewards or any inner happiness. It has nothing to do with following the heart. I'm talking about the religious people who have no idea what spirituality is. You see, because they've been taught specific rules. They've been given specific rules and ideologies. They've been given these things. They don't know any better. You see, because the religion, the way that most people are taught, it's a set of beliefs, someone else's beliefs that were given to you. These beliefs are someone else's experiences. They're not your experiences. See, spirituality is about self-experience. Self-experience, not about anybody else's experience. Don't tell me about your beliefs. How do I do self-experience? How do I do what's right for me and all of earth dwellings? That's what spirituality is about. Spirituality is about doing what's right for self and doing what's right for all inhabitants of the earth. Not about punishment, not about rewards, not about fear, but about love and inner happiness. You see, what they're studying what they're studying, the religion, it tells them the truth. It tells them what the truth is. To me, that's not true. That's not true. Spirituality, you discover what the truth is. It's called self-discovery. Don't tell me your truth. Don't separate me from other people, other beings. Don't do that. That's not the way that we were meant to go, family. Spirituality simply unites us with all of earth dwellings. Peace out. I'm out of here. I love you all. Hopefully you got to watch the entire video. This video will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel, TaiChi 360. Be sure to like and subscribe, TaiChi 360. Leave any questions or comments below in the chat. It's been fun, as always, and I will leave you with this question. What is your spiritual journey? What is your spiritual journey, your conscious spiritual journey? What is it? Peace, I'm out. TaiChi 360. I am the Tai Chi professor. I look forward to engaging with you, having more dialogue in the near future. Thank you very much. We're out. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe, family. Also, be sure that you share the videos. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Let's go. Let's do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell your friends right now. Let them know. Tell them that you have begun. Let them know that you have begun. Because I tell you what, once you begin, family, you're going to lose some people. And that's perfectly fine. You may feel like you may feel lonely. Reach out to your soul group. Reach out to your soul group. Get you some hot teas going, fam. I'll talk to y'all later.